Welcome to Lights on Maple Street. These are gentle stories told in the quiet hours. Stories about faith that doesn't hurry, love that stays, and light that remains even after the day has ended. Tonight's story takes place in a small town where the diner lights glow softly after dark, where the streets know your name, and where the most important work often happens unseen. You don't need to listen closely. You don't need to remember every word. Just allow the story to unfold as you rest. In this chapter, you'll meet Oscar, a young man who is learning that purpose doesn't always arrive with answers, and that choice, kindness, and belief can begin quietly, sometimes in a dream. As you listen, let your breathing slow. Let your shoulders soften. If sleep comes, welcome it. The story will carry on without you. This is chapter 1 of Lights on Maple Street. The sky beneath his feet. Lights on Maple Street. Chapter 1. The sky beneath his feet. The world was made of color and wind. Oscar stood in a wicker basket that creaked softly beneath his sneakers, his hands gripping the edge. As the hot air balloon drifted higher and higher into the morning sky, the air smelled like sunlight and pine needles. Far below, the valley shimmered with rivers that looked like silver ribbons winding through green fields. "Look, Noah," Oscar said, pointing downward. "There, do you see them?" A small herd of deer moved through the trees far below, their tiny shapes drifting like drops of honey across the forest floor. They look like toys. Noah laughed beside him. His Boy Scout uniform was neat and pressed, the badges on his sleeve catching the early light. The brim of his cap shaded his eyes as he looked out over the valley. "We're higher than the clouds, Oscar," Noah said. "We can see everything." The balloon's red and yellow panels rippled gently in the wind as it carried them over the mountains. The peaks were dusted with snow, glowing pink and gold in the early light. Birds soared beside them, hawks maybe, or eagles, riding the same invisible currents that held the balloon aloft. The world felt endless. Oscar's heart beat fast, not with fear, but with wonder. They passed over a lake so still it looked like glass. The reflection of the balloon shimmered on its surface, a perfect mirror of color and motion. Oscar leaned over the edge, his eyes wide. "It's like we're floating on the sky," he whispered. Noah nodded. "It's perfect." But far to the west, the horizon began to darken. A low rumble rolled through the air, soft at first, then louder. The wind shifted, tugging at the balloon. Gray clouds gathered, swirling like smoke. "Maybe we should go down," Noah said. His voice was calm. "Steady." Oscar looked around. The mountains faded behind a curtain of rain. The first drops hit his face, cold and sharp. The balloon rocked. The basket swayed. Thunder cracked overhead. Lightning split the sky. The wind howled. The balloon spun. Below them, the river swelled, spilling over their banks. Water rushed through the valley, tearing through fields and forests. Trees bent and broke. Houses disappeared beneath the rising flood. The sound was everywhere. Wind, water, thunder, filling the sky. Oscar clung to the basket. "Noah," he cried, but his voice was lost in the storm. The balloon dipped lower. The valley blurred into gray and silver. The mountains stood like islands now, their slopes streaked with waterfalls. Everything was moving, changing, breaking apart. Then, through the chaos, Noah's voice rose, clear, steady. "Oscar," he said, "listen to me." Oscar turned, his eyes wide. "What's happening?" Noah looked toward the horizon, where a faint light glowed through the storm. "This isn't just a storm," he said. "It's a choice." "A choice," Oscar repeated. "Yes," Noah said gently. "God has a mission for you, Oscar. Something only you can do. It's not clear yet, but it's real. You can let the storm destroy everything, or you can help bring back the beauty." Oscar shook his head. "How?" he asked. "I don't know what to do." "You don't have to know," Noah said. "You just have to choose. Believe that what's broken can be made new again. Believe that you can help." Thunder rolled again, softer this time, like a heartbeat, slowing. The rain eased. The clouds began to drift apart. Sunlight broke through, golden and warm. Below them, the valley shimmered. The devastation was still there. Fallen trees, broken homes, but something was changing. The water sparkled. The earth seemed to breathe. Flowers bloomed along the river's edge, bright and wild. The air smelled clean, alive. Noah smiled. "See," he said, "even after the storm, beauty can return, but it needs someone to believe in it first." Oscar's chest felt warm. The fear melted away. "I want to help," he said quietly. "I choose that." The light grew stronger, wrapping around them like a blanket. The balloon rose higher. The valley below glowed, reborn, shining, whole. Noah's voice softened. "Then your mission begins, Oscar. Remember this." Oscar looked at him closely. The sunlight caught Noah's face. Something about it felt familiar. The curve of his smile, the kindness in his eyes, a face he had missed for a long time. "Dad," Oscar whispered. Noah smiled. "Always, son." The light grew brighter. The wind faded. Another voice called softly, "Oscar, time to wake up." The balloon dissolved into brightness. The valley faded. The dream slipped away. Oscar's eyes fluttered open. Morning light spilled through his bedroom window, painting golden stripes across his blanket. For a moment, he lay still. Then he sat up. He crossed the room and stood before the mirror. The boy from the dream was gone. In his place stood a young man, 22 years old, soft brown hair that stuck up in the back, eyes the color of warm honey. His cheeks were round. His smile was gentle. He studied his reflection for a long moment. the features that made him different, were all there, but today they didn't feel like something to hide. They felt like something chosen. Oscar smiled. "I can help," he whispered. Morning light touched his face, and for just a moment, it seemed to glow. And now, as the town settles into its quiet rhythm, and the lights on Maple Street continue to glow, there's nothing more you need to do. You've listened, you've rested, and that is enough for tonight. If your thoughts begin to drift, let them. If sleep comes slowly, welcome it gently. The story will be here when you return. The lights will still be on. Until next time, may your dreams be soft, your rest be deep, and your night be peaceful. Good night.